Hello and welcome back to Oghupower. I'm Oghu and this is another episode of Lost Judgment. And we are at the robotics club, so just wanna see if I can... No, I can't. Oh, I had... Okay. Is this... Oh, I guess that's the real one. The nerve of the cheeky little robot thinks he can just go and hire an outside counselor. Aren't you from the MRC?
Yagami desu.
I'm Yagami. I just started at the robotics club's outside counselor too. Oh my, that means you're him. My name's Yukari Akuta. I'm the advisor of the robotics club.
ところで、
You've got business with them? I think no one thought the Nazi was coming. I guess you heard me just and wasn't just awful. Oh right, if you're here as a counselor, would you have time for a chat? Perhaps just over there.
ええ、
Yeah, let's do that. I was actually hoping to speak to the teacher who's the acting advisor.
Yagami-sensei.
There aren't many students around right now. It's a great spot to relax and talk. Okay, time to ask Akuta sensei about the robotics club.
の、
So, I've been hearing robotics club members and the advisors don't get along too well.
ええ、
Yes. You heard right. Anytime I go check in on the club's activities, they pretend I don't exist. It's incredibly frustrating. Why is it like this? Probably because I was against letting them enter the RE Robo-rally.
え、
Really? Why not give them your support? It's not the kind of tournament an ordinary high school robotics club like ours should be competing in to begin with. They'll only embarrass themselves. Participants include researchers from technical schools, colleges, and even companies, all of whom are highly knowledgeable and well funded. Oh yeah, they are, usually. But didn't they take part in robotics contest last year too? That time, it was all in the name of good fun. But Okitagawa-kun is different.
やれやれ。
After he took over as president, he managed to lock down a sponsorship. If they lose now, they'll have the whole world laughing at them.
なるほど。
No kidding, yeah. And don't get me started on all the late nights they've put into prepping for this thing. As their advisor, I'm required to work overtime with them, which I don't even get paid for.
もう、あ
And
の子た
despite
ち
all
は。
this, as soon as I show my face in the club room, they ignore me. They're rude, and it just gets under my skin. Huh. The friction between the advisor and the club really runs deep.
ところで、
This Okitagawa kid, we chatted while the club was in session and he seemed like a model student. Well, he certainly is a wonder. The robotics club really turned around thanks to him. The previous members were just a bunch of kids who loved robots. The club was more of a hobby to them. I'd pop in from time to time and they'd be reading manga, taking naps, things like that.
え
I felt more like a lazy culture club. So you can imagine why I admired Okitagawa-kun's razor-sharp gumption at first. He changed up the system so just 4 members could build a high-quality robot, plus he pulled in major funding from a shopping district. Did I mention those funds totaled over 1 million yen?
え、
Over 1 million? That's incredible. And we only have like 500,000 left. What happened to the other funds?
それって、
What kind of shopping district would dish out that much? Is it in Chinsho?
いえ、
No, it's apparently where Okitagawa is from, a shopping district in Tokyo. Acquaintances of his whom he has somehow persuaded.
は
Huh, he's really something. Thanks a bunch, Akuta sensei. I think you answered pretty much everything I wanted to know. Glad to hear it, just as long as it helps.
Yagami-sensei.
What do you think, Yagami-sensei? Do you think you can win over the robotics club?
あ。
Honestly, I still sense some pretty big walls up between us. I wouldn't doubt it, those kids really don't like adults.
Yare, yare.
It's common for kids that age, always thinking adults like us can't possibly understand them.
あ
Or, you know, maybe it's because you won't let them enter the RE Robo rally? Well, I feel much better after getting all of that off in my chest. No, if you'll excuse me. Guess Akuta Sensei really needed to vent.
Yagami-san.
Okay, Yagami-san, let's head to the scrimmage. You'll utilize any feedback you give us to develop future modifications. Roger, roger. Leave it to me. Unlock new parts. Okay. Okay. Okay, we don't have what we need for you. We don't have what we need for you. We only would. Chernobyl Whaler Type 5. Crap. Enhance output. Enhance move speed. Special effect. Okay. Oh. Oh. Of course. So but that's fine. Yeah, let's start the match. Get a match or two under our belts. Man.
八神機行きます。
Oh.
そうきますか。
行け。よし。行け。よし。 いいね。
いいですぞ。
Ah, thanks, broski.
よし。おう。行け。
なんですと。
いいね。行け。よし。いいね。
No,
Eat it.
you little piece of. My friend, get away from here.
よっしゃ。よし。
Oh, come on, you little.
いいね。
なんですと。
最高の気分だぜ。
So we got some stuff, which is great. Everything appears to be running smoothly, huh?
掟川。
Doesn't seem to be moving at all. Not sure why.
なんだ。
What?
ああ。
No good. Not even a peep. How strange. Oh, could it be
さくら。
Sakura? Do you know something about this?
と。
Well, actually, there's still this bug where it won't accept any inputs.
は
What? You haven't fixed it yet? But it still moved afterwards. And then I tried over and over to reproduce the bug, but I couldn't. I didn't have time before the scrimmage. I thought it'd be fine.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess he's angry. Why didn't you report it? What was your plan if the bug popped up during a match? If this was the real deal, then what?
すいません。
I'm sorry.
頼んだ。
Identify the bug and solve it by the next scrimmage.
はい。
Yes. I don't mean to keep repeating myself, but I'll say it again. Always be in contact. Remember that.
はい。
I will. I mean, it's true that failing to report something can be a problem, but it's also... At a certain point, you're more filing and reporting than you getting work done, so it's... At a certain point, it gets inefficient. But I still feel kind of bad for the kid.
大丈夫
Are you okay, Sakura-kun? Why am I like this? Why am I always like this? Sakura-kun. Oh! We improved our school leadership. Why? Why won't you move?
大丈夫
Sakura-kun, what's going on?
さくらくん
Sorry, I can't help out. I just don't know much about programming. He's really been backed into a corner, huh? Oh boy, this is indeed a problem. We can't even have a scrimmage in this state.
掟川
Okitagawa, do you know what's causing the bug? I gave it a look, but I couldn't identify the cause of the issue. Gotcha. Programming, huh? We need someone. Is who knows anything, a thing or two about that. I may have gotten rejected once already, but maybe I can ask again. Also, you can always ask Tsukumo? I think, what's his name? Wait, you received a new message, okay. Amasama. Then it appeared in one of the school courtyards walls. It's something related to the professor. Oh, you'll find it near the back of the school. Check it out, okay. Yeah. Ask Tsukumo, damn it. Wait, no. Here, then let's go to case files. Oh, no, it's not here. Interesting. So, you know what? Let's run there first. Ah, no. Nah, let's run there first. I chose the wrong floor there. Sorry. It happens. So, okay, you want me to go here? I guess I will have to go there and talk to Amasawa once I was back there, so I guess this is the more efficient way of doing it. Yeah, no, I have to go to Kamurocho, but not now. So, what the heck? Gotta be the Jinsho Hounds. What's this? Is this Lenin? One of those graffiti art things? I remember someone mentioning it in a message. Isn't this the professor? Yeah, I bet the Jinsho Hounds did this. The Jinsho Hounds?
na
Hey, you wanna tell me about who the Jinsho Hounds are? They're a skateboarding group. Skateboarding group? The bunch of troublemakers. Skateboarding? What would they have to do with the professor? There's a rumor that they used the professor as the motive for the graffiti art. This is supposed to be the professor? It's just a rumor. Wouldn't Amasawa-san know more about that? Good point. I'll try asking her later. Skateboarding gang, huh? Oh great, just what I need. Okay. Then... let's learn about the Jinsho Hounds. So. Huh? Who is that? Yeah, exactly. The former advisor of the... Oh! Okay, Mikuru Imura, former advisor. Signed, nice to meet you, Miyagami. Likewise. Will you take care for some of the other members? Yes, we are.
ところで
What brings you around then? Well, haven't you seen it? The graffiti drawn on the back of the school? Yes, we saw it. Yeah, supposedly it's a replication of the professor. Right? The student who drew that used it to be in my class. Oh.
Eh?
Really? The other students seemed to think it was some sort of delinquents who did it.
実は
Yagami-san, I should tell you, Sensei's former student, Shikishima-kun, is a member of the Ichincho Hounds. Oh, so there's the connection. Yeah, and that's quite the connection. The Ichincho Hounds and graffiti of the professor. This could be useful intel. The Ichincho Hounds are a bunch of students who enjoy skateboarding. Okay, nothing bad about that. But yes, people think of it as a group of delinquent kids. Well, I used to like skateboarding too when I was a teenager. Shinosuke Shikishima, that's quite a long name, is a member and also current 4th year at Seiryo High. When I heard he'd drawn a flashy graffiti on the school walls, I knew I had to hurry over there. Got a photo? Yes. A passerby caught him in the act and sent it to the school. That's certainly Shikishima-kun drawing the graffiti. Claimed evidence. Apparently he's barely attended his classes for the past few months. Instead, he's been hanging out with the Ichincho Hounds. A rival group has entered the picture too. He's supposedly at odds with these other delinquents called the Blue King. Okay.
ところで
Was he a good student? I'd say he was. Just average. His grades were pretty good, but he didn't stand out or anything. Not especially outgoing or quiet, just average. And he wasn't a troublemaker, so he had that going for him too. Or against him. These days, he's supposed to be studying for his exams. He said he's going to attend a regular 4-year college after graduation. From what I've heard so far, he doesn't seem like the type who'd join a delinquent group and get into graffiti. Exactly, and that's why I was shocked to hear it myself. However, Shikishima-kun didn't talk about himself that much. Honestly, I couldn't tell you the first thing about his goals or his hobbies. Even during career counseling sessions, all he would tell me is that he would figure out his future while he was in college. So he wasn't thinking half as many steps ahead as, say, Amasawa. That's right, I had everything planned out when I was 3 years old. That's a bit soon. What's this Blue King you mentioned earlier, Yamura-sensei? Juvenile delinquents who got together mainly to skateboard. They seem to be from Ichincho's old school skater groups. And thus, they own a lot of turf in Ichincho. To a skater group, the only turf that matters are locations around the city suitable for skateboarding.
なるほど
Ah, so they'd need a certain type of terrain to practice the tricks. Well, there can't be many of those. And amidst all this, Shikishima-kun has supposedly been raiding the Blue King's turf as a member of the Ichincho Hounds.
それって
Can you define what qualifies as a raid here? Well, the Blue King basically uses graffiti to mark ownership of the turf. They have a young Blue King as their motive. Okay?
八神さん
Here's a picture of it, Yagami-san. Oh, that guy was under the professor. Yeah, I can see where the name comes from.
察するに
It supposedly represents a young delinquent king who reigns over Ichincho. And blue is of course a very royal color. Is it in Japan? In Europe it's more like violet and purple that are royal. Yes, and Shikishima-kun is just going around drawing over the graffiti on their own turf.
つまり
Using that image of the professor. Speaking of that, take a closer look at this one, Yagami-san. It's a drawing of the Blue King. But everything drawn over it is graffiti from the Ichincho Hound. Yeah, so they made the professor, then the Ichincho Hound's logo, and they redrew the Blue King and at the feet of the professor. Oh, you're right. So the message is the king on the throne is being dragged down by the professor. Yeah, it's definitely deviant. And it's got a touch of humor in it too. Yep, the professor is the new icon of delinquent youths, superseding the king of yesteryear. And I think one way to interpret it is that the professor is declaring war on the Blue King. Technically, yes. Yeah, no wonder the Blue King guys aren't happy.
ですが
But the thing is, according to the rules, of street art as I understand them, the Blue King can't complain about it. Yeah. What do you mean, the rules of street art? Apparently there's an unspoken rule that it's okay to paint over existing artwork as long as the new work is better. Crazy. Well, how is the Ginger Hound's graffiti? Is it highly appreciated or something? It seems so. I mean, it was looking quite nicely. And that's why the Blue King is left with no choice but to tacitly approve. Why doesn't the Blue King just paint over it again? I heard they did that once and took a lot of heat for it. They were firmly told that they were whack. But it sounds like Shikishima-kun is something of an artist. I still can't believe Shikishima-kun has such talent. His art grades were average at best. Well, there are different forms of art, and maybe he has just a good eye and a good hand with a spray can. Possible. Or someone else is doing the stuff. I think I have a good overgrasp of the situation now. Well, Iyamori-sensei, what would you like us to do? I'd like for you to look into exactly why Shikishima-kun suddenly joined a delinquent group, and to persuade him to leave if possible.
Hey.
Okay, I'll do what I can. Hey, Yagami-san, I think the best approach would be to go undercover, since you're so good at it. Think you can handle a skateboard group? What? But it's a bunch of kids, isn't it? You expect me to just roll up and ask them, how they're doing, wanna hang out? Yes, you really would stick out. I'm sure you'll figure out a way to blend in somehow. With skateboarding kids? I mean, he dresses up more casually than most adults and stuff, so maybe there is something there, but for the rest, let's hope so. Look, we know there's a chance that the Jinsho Hounds and the Professor are connected, so if you gain those kids' trust, you might be able to extract some really valuable information. Okay, where will I find the Jinsho Hounds? I think they hang out in Hamakita Park.
わかった。
Got it. Okay. But first, we have to ask someone about programming. Sup, Yagami-san?
Oh.
Kento-kun? Well, this is a rare sight. Whenever I think he's showing up for real, he just takes a nap and goes straight home.
Kento.
Hey Kento, shouldn't a member of the MRC actually know read some mysteries?
Yeah.
Nah, if I read too much I get super sleepy. Though now that you mention it, maybe I could use a nap. You're unreal, yeah?
Amasawa.
Oh, you're right, Amasawa. Where's Itokura?
Oh.
Oh, speak of the devil. Well, in German, there's the saying "speak of the devil" as well, but you, if you want to say it nice, you say it, "Oh, speak of the sun," because if you speak of the sun, then it comes out. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, I guess there's something in between them. Oh, but nothing good, it seems.
よろしく。
Would you believe I joined the MRC too? Well, nice seeing you. What happened there? Well, guess she still hates my guts.
Nah.
What do you mean? Okay, so I was on the cultural festival committee with Itokura.
Eh?
Yeah, I do remember that. Wasn't Takanashi from the dance club on that too? Yeah, so you've heard of it, Yagami-san.
実は
Itokura led the committee, but was kind of a tyrant. She had a way of bringing the mood all the way down. In the end, everyone kind of started boycotting the meetings, and only Itokura would show up. Basically, the cultural festival was a massive fail. Pretty tragic, if you think about it. I'm sure it was extremely difficult for Itokura-san.
それって。
Wait a minute. If you are also a member, Kento-kun, then doesn't that mean... Yep, I'm one of the ones who turned my back on her too. Good lord.
でも
Don't get me wrong, I totally feel like I did Itokura dirty. I've wanted to apologize ever since. You think maybe my timing kinda sucked? Yes, it did, and yeah. I'm going after Itokura. Alright. Oh, oops. I misread that one. Where did Itokura run off to?
Nah.
Hey, guys, And if you see a girl named Kotoko Itokura, small, kinda long hair, she could have passed by here. Itokura-san? No, right, the ex-chairman of the Cultural Festival Committee. She went upstairs a bit ago. She might have gone to the roof. I see Itokura-san there all the time. At the roof? Yeah. She'll even be on the roof during class, too. Think she's having a tough time coming back to class? It's gotta be awkward as heck. I mean, we'd feel pretty awkward if she showed up, too. You can say that again. Thanks, I'll check the roof then. Is that what everyone really thinks about Itokura? I wouldn't want to go to class either. Okay. Looking at the time, I guess this will be a long conversation afterwards, so I think I will wait a bit there. In any case, if you're watching this on Twitch, then please stay a bit longer, and if you're watching this on YouTube, then I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you again in the next episode of Oghupower. Bye bye!